Hello, in this video we want to discuss three stages of production. Three stages of production. Now suppose output Q is produced with the help of only one variable factor of production. Labor. What is the variable factor of production? That is the labor. Since all other factors are constant, we consider this is a short run analysis. In microeconomics, in theory of production, short run is a time period in which at least one factor of production is fixed. At least one factor of production is fixed. Here labor is the only variable factor and all other factors are fixed. Therefore, we consider that this is a short run analysis. In microeconomics, short run is a time period. In short form, I am writing is SR, short run. Short run is a time period in which at least one factor of production is fixed. Here labor is the only variable factor. In this case, labor L is the only variable factor. Hence, labor is the only variable factor. Hence, all other factors of production are fixed. This is a short run analysis. Why it is a short run analysis? Because labor is the only variable factor and all other factors are fixed. It is a short run analysis. Now the production function. Production function shows the maximum amount of output. The maximum amount of output that can be produced with the help of the factor of production given the level of technology. In this case, production function Q equals to f of L. L is the only variable factor. Now, the total product is Q. Now, average product is total product TP by output Q. Total product TP by number of labor employed, because here labor is the only variable factor. Factor employed. Here labor is the only variable factor, therefore we can write is Q by L. Now this is average product APL. Average product of labor is Q by L. This is a ratio and this ratio will be undefined when L equals to 0. Therefore L should not be 0. or we can write labor is greater than 0 or labor is greater than 0. Labor cannot be negative, therefore the average product is Q by L, where L is greater than 0, L cannot be 0. If L is 0, the denominator is 0, then the average product will be undefined. Now we can define another product which is called the marginal product of labor. What is marginal product of labor? It is the contribution of the last unit of labor. Marginal product is the contribution of the last unit of labor. Marginal product of labor is defined as change in total product. It is a change in total product. Marginal product of labor. I am considering labor is the only variable factor. In the short form, it is written as MPL. M marginal, P product, and L labor. Marginal product is the change in total product. Change in total product, that is Q, due to 1 unit change in labor. It is the first order derivative. MPL is the first order derivative of total product. dQ by dL. dQ by dL. It is the first order derivative of the total product. It shows the slope of the total product curve. Slope of the total product curve. Now we define what is TP, what is AP, what is NP. Total product, average product, and marginal product. Now we will draw these three curves. This is a two-panel diagram. On the upper panel, on the horizontal axis, we measure labor. L. On the vertical axis, we measure total output TP or Q. Anything. The TP curve looks like the S shape. TP curve looks like S shaped. It looks like this. This is the TP curve. TP curve, total product curve. This is a point of inflection. What is the point of inflection? Where the TP curve changes its curvature from 0 to point A. From 0 to point A, TP curve increases at increasing rate. Then TP curve increases at decreasing rate till point B. Then TP curve falls. This is the TP curve. Till point A, TP curve increases at increasing rate. Then TP curve increases at decreasing rate. Point A is called point of inflection. That is where the curve changes its curvature. That is the point where the curve changes its curvature. Now I draw a tangent point. This is the tangent point. From here I am dropping L1, say this is L2 and this is L3. On the horizontal axis in the lower panel I am measuring labor just like on the upper panel. We measure labor on the horizontal axis, on the vertical axis we measure AP, average product, and marginal product. This is L1, L2 and this is L3. At this point the slope is equals to the average product. At L2, level of employment MP, marginal product of labor, equals to average product of labor. At L1 level of employment, MPL curve attains its maximum. MPL curve. MPL, the slope of the curve at this level, that is at L2 level, the slope becomes horizontal. That means the MP is 0. At this level, MP is 0. This is the average product curve. It attains maximum at L2. This attains maximum at L2. This is APL curve, and MPL curve attains maximum at L1, which cuts APL at this level of employment. That's L1 employment. I am drawing. This is our MPL curve and MPL. Now there are 3 stages of production. This stage is called stage 2. Stage 2. This is stage 3 and this is stage 1. Stage 1. These are the 3 stages of production. Now what are the characteristics of each stage? From the diagram we can say in stage 1, AP curve is upward sloping. This is our MP curve, marginal product of labor. In stage 1, AP curve is upward sloping. Look, AP curve is upward sloping. It will never starts from the origin. I have shown you that AP is undefined when L equals to 0 and L is 0 at origin, and MP is the marginal product of labor, is the contribution of the last unit of labor employed. At L equals to 0 there is no last unit of labor. MP is defined for when one labor is employed. Now in stage 1, AP curve or APL curve is upward sloping. MPL greater than APL. Look, MPL, this curve is greater than APL curve. This is the MPL curve. This curve is greater than this curve. MP curve is upward sloping, attains its maximum, then falls. In stage 2, both APL and MPL curve are downward sloping. Both APL and MPL curves are downward sloping. And APL greater than MPL, and both are positive. In stage 3, MPL is negative, APL greater than MPL, and both curves are downward sloping. Both curves are downward sloping. Now in stage 2, APL greater than MPL and both are positive. In stage 3, APL greater than MPL but MPL is negative. APL greater than MPL in stage 2. In stage 3, APL greater than MPL but MPL curve is negative because it is in the fourth quadrant of the diagram. Now, production takes place in stage 2 only. Takes place in stage 2 only. Short-run profit maximizing firm will produce only in stage 2. Short-run profit maximizing firm are short run. A profit maximizing firm produces only in stage 2. That is, production takes place in stage 2. That is, production takes place in stage 2. Stage 2, the firm is profit maximizing. We know this is very common objective of a firm in a capitalist world, that is maximize profit. The objective of the firm is what? Maximize profit. Maximize profit. What is profit? Profit denoted by pi. Pi is revenue minus cost. We assume that the firm is price taker in both input and output markets. In both input and output markets. Input and output markets. That is, price of output, which is denoted by P, is constant. Price of input, that is wage rate, because labor is the only variable factor, denoted by W, is also constant. That is, P and W are constant. Now revenue is what? Revenue is defined as price into quantity. That is P into Q, and we know Q equals to F of L. This is our revenue. And cost is what? Cost is variable cost. plus fixed cost plus fixed cost. Fixed cost denoted by F. Variable cost is W into L plus F. This is C. W into L. W into L is the labor cost. That is the total payment to the labor. Wage into labor employed is the total payment to the labor. This is the variable cost and F is the fixed cost. F is the fixed cost. Now we put here, what is profit? Profit equals to revenue minus cost. Revenue minus cost. Profit pi, this is the short run profit, pi equals to P into F of L minus WL minus F. Objective is to maximize profit. Is to maximize profit. What does it mean, maximize profit? Means we have to maximize pi with respect to labor. L is the only variable factor. Variable factor of production. Okay, we maximize profit. We maximize profit pi with respect to L. With respect to L. Now the first order condition. First order condition. FOC. First order condition is what? D pi by dl equals to 0. D pi by dl equals to 0. Now we differentiate this thing with respect to L. Now P is constant. Therefore I am writing here P. F, we differentiate F of L with respect to L. This is basically F prime L. F prime L. Again W is constant. We differentiate L with respect to L. This becomes 1. And F is constant. Differentiation of a constant term is 0. Now what is F prime L? F prime L is we differentiate output with respect to labor. Q F prime L is what? F prime L is D of FL by DL. And D of FL is what? FL, in place of FL we can write Q, dQ by DL. And dQ by DL is what? MPL, marginal product of labor. Therefore, from FOC we can write P into MPL equals to W. P into MPL, I am writing one step. P into MPL minus W equals to 0. Therefore, P into MPL equals to W, or MPL equals to W by P. What is W? W is the nominal wage, P is the price level. This is called real wage. Real wage. W by P is real wage, and W by P is greater than 0. W by P, MPL equals to W by P greater than 0. That is, MPL greater than 0 means stage 3 is automatically eliminated. Stage 3 is eliminated. Why eliminated? Because in stage 3 MPL is negative. Because in stage 3 MPL is less than 0. MPL is less than 0. Therefore, stage 3 is eliminated. Now we do the second order condition. From the first order condition we are getting MPL equals to W by P. From the first order condition we are getting MPL equals to W by P. I am writing here MPL equals to W by P, which is greater than 0. Now The second order condition. Second order condition. What is second order condition? SOC. Second order condition is d2 pi by dl square negative. Second order condition requires the second order derivative of the objective function should be less than 0. Now what is d2 pi dl square? d2 pi dl square is d of dl by d pi by dl equals to d of dl, and what is d pi by dl? P into f prime l minus w, this thing. Now we differentiate. Again p is constant, this is f double prime l, and w is constant, this is 0 minus 0, and this is negative. SOC requires this is negative. What does it mean? That is p into f double prime l is less than 0, or p is always positive, therefore f prime l, f double prime l is less than 0. What is f double prime l? Now the question is, what is f double prime l? F double prime l is d dl of f prime l. d dl of f prime l. That is, we differentiate f prime l with respect to l. This is basically d dl of MPL. That means this is the slope of the MPL curve. This is the slope of the MPL curve. Slope of the MPL curve. Now, SOC requires f double prime l negative, that is d of dl MPL less than 0. That is MPL curve is downward sloping. MPL curve is downward sloping. Now in stage 1, MPL curve is upward rising. Some portion of MPL curve in stage 1 is upward sloping. Some portion of MPL curve is upward sloping in stage 1. Stage 1, hence stage 1 is eliminated. Hence stage 1 is eliminated. Now stage 1 is eliminated, stage 3 is also eliminated. Now the only stage is left, that is stage 2. Only stage is left, that is stage 2. We will show that in stage 2 production will take place. Now in from SOC we get MPL curve is downward sloping. Curve is downward sloping. Curve is downward sloping. MPL curve is downward sloping. Stage 1 and stage 3 are eliminated. Now short run profit is what? P into f of L minus W L minus f greater than 0, greater than equals to 0. What does it mean? P into FL greater than equals to WL plus F. Now F is greater than equals to 0. Therefore, we can write P into FL greater than equals to WL. Since F is greater than is a positive number, greater than equal to 0, therefore P into F of L should be greater than W into L. Now, F of L greater than W by P, this P comes here and this L comes here. What is FL? FL is Q by L greater than W by P, which is equals to MPL. From the FOC we get first order condition, we get MPL equals to W by P, or Q by L can be written as APL greater than equals to MPL, greater than equals to MPL. Now, this condition holds in stage 2. This condition holds in stage 2. Now look, if we consider all three conditions, this is number 1, this is number 2 and this is number 3. This is 1, 2 and this is 3. If we consider these three conditions, that is MPL greater than 0, MPL greater than 0, this holds in stage 2, MPL greater than 0, MPL curve is downward sloping, this holds in stage 3, stage 2 and APL greater than equals to MPL, APL greater than equals to MPL, these also hold in stage 2. All three conditions holds in stage 2. Hence production takes place. Hence production takes place only in stage 2. Only in stage 2. We have discussed 3 stages of production. 3 stages of production. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. In stage 1, APL curve is upward sloping. MPL curve is upward sloping as well as downward sloping. In stage 2, both APL and MPL curves are downward sloping, but APL is greater than MPL and MPL curve is positive. MPL is positive, but in stage 3, both APL and MPL are downward sloping. APL greater than MPL, but MPL is less than 0. The short-run profit maximizing condition states that MPL should be greater than 0, MPL should be positive, MPL curve should be downward sloping and APL should be greater than equals to MPL. All three conditions holds only in stage 2. Hence production will take place only in stage 2. I hope everybody understood this analysis, this explanation. Thank you. That's it for this video.